Legos are just toys for children. Right? Wrong. As it turns out, the colorful plastic bricks are more than meets the eye. Teenagers and adults alike often construct complex and impressive Lego creations. Lego has been offering models for decades that are aimed specifically at older, experienced hobbyists. In this video, we're taking a look at a few Lego masterpieces. From Lego vehicles to works of art, you can expect to feel equal levels of admiration and nostalgia in this one. With a creation that is not only visually appealing, but also technically sound, the Lego Bugatti Chiron. But not the Model 16. Lego engineers worked tirelessly for weeks on the development of the vehicle, which is comprised of almost 1 million individual pieces. However, the car is not 100% Lego, as the Lego vehicle cabin had to be placed on a steel frame. The vehicle also has metal rims, but apart from that it's all Lego. Even the steering wheel, the seats and the spoiler are made of Lego bricks. And that's not even the craziest part. The car actually drives. The engineers built an engine consisting of over 4,000 Lego transmission pieces and 2,300 Lego engine modules. Then on a test track, a professional race car driver sat in the car and tested the Lego design. Lego Bugatti drove surprisingly fast. Despite its astonishing weight of 1.5 tons, the car reached a speed of 12 miles per hour. Let's move on to the next Lego project. The Lego Submarine. A Danish toy manufacturer has brought out a few models, but they all had one thing in common: they weren't actually functional submarines. Finnish YouTuber developed his own Lego submarine that actually works. He utilized a plastic can to encase individual Lego components. At one end of the can, he drilled a hole which connected the Lego engine with an external turbine, allowing the boat to sink in a controlled fashion. Then, he used a syringe to open and close another Lego motor so water can be pushed in and out. A few circuits were then taken from a remote control mini submarine to enable precise control of the Lego turbines. A first test showed that both the rising and sinking, with the help of the syringe and the control with the turbines, worked perfectly. Even in a real lake, the submarine could be steered with precision. Using the remote control, the Lego masterpiece managed to reach the depths of the lake and come all the way back up in no time. Our next Lego construction is also technically sound, but it's also a very fun one. YouTuber Super Lego Sam developed a Lego arcade game. First, you've got to put in a quarter, then a small countdown appears on the display. The game is called Spaceflight, and it revolves around a Lego spaceship that you have to keep inside of the black lines by pressing the buttons. As time goes by, the game gets faster and thus more difficult. The entire machine consists of Lego pieces exclusively, but it's still sophisticated enough to immediately recognize when you cross the black lines. The background stops, and you have to start all over again. The mini display even shows the exact score you've achieved, as well as the high score of the machine. How does this really work? Like, how on earth is this possible? A closer look inside the device reveals that the path of the Lego spaceship flies down actually consists of many individual plates. These plates are attached to individual Lego rods that are attached to a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is moved by Lego motors, and it automatically stops when the player fails. The machine detects the crossing of the black line by way of a camera sensor in the Lego spaceship, which can detect color differences on the Lego plates. YouTuber Super Lego Sam not only had to build the machine out of Legos, but he also had to do a good bit of programming work. But the result is a super cool Lego machine, and a pretty fun little game. This next one doesn't seem all that special at first glance, but this little black box has it all. This would be why it is known as the ultimate Lego machine. YouTuber JK Brickworks presented his invention in a short video that begins with him simply trying to flip the red switch above the Lego box. Shortly after the switch is flipped, a flap in the box opens, and an extended rod pushes the red switch back. But the machine doesn't always just do the same thing. It literally messes with anyone who tries to flip the switch. When JK Brickworks tries to flip the switch again, the machine cleverly dodges him. Finally, the switch even disappears completely into the housing, and the YouTuber is completely at a loss. He keeps trying, but the machine manages to creatively prevent him every time from flipping the switch. The machine was developed by the Lego Tinker on purpose, and it uses wheels and Lego Technic components, as well as NXT motors that were programmed to frustrate anyone who tries to operate the switch manually. What may seem pointless, you've got to admit it's a pretty impressive device, especially when you take into consideration that it's made out of Legos. Next up is the Lego M95, a toy version of the real combat rifle. This prototype was built by Russian YouTuber Infected Bear 95. The special thing about the Lego M95 is that you can actually fire Legos. Upon closer examination, you can see that a Lego part is clamped in a kind of rubber bullet, and it's shot forward when the trigger is pulled. The Lego gun also has other functions, such as a fully functional magazine and a telescopic sight. In the video, the Lego weapon is able to fire with accuracy, hitting targets at a pretty decent range. Let's move on to a Lego masterpiece with the capability of flight. The Lego drone, another project of the Brick Experiment channel, was developed and programmed by the Finnish YouTuber. The drone itself does not actually consist of too many individual Lego pieces, just for Lego wings, a few rods, and for individual Lego motors, which enable the drive. In addition, there are 4 longo Lego stands that connect the wings to each other. The use of only a few thin Lego technology parts keep the weight of the drone in check. Besides the Lego pieces, however, some additional technology is utilized in order to be able to control the drone in the air. A flight control module and a circuit board attached. The drone actually took off and flew. At the very first test attempt, it can be controlled mid-air with the remote control, so it actually works like a real drone. The Lego drone can also reach some really impressive heights, and thanks to the ever-sturdy Lego parts, it's quite robust. Our last Lego invention on this list is really something else, a fully functional bow, consisting of hundreds of individual Lego pieces. The bow has several wheels, around which a rubber band is stretched. This allows the Lego bow to actually fire arrows. Just clamp them between the rubber bands and then pull back. Then a Lego aiming mechanism flips up, allowing shooters to guide the arrow with more precision. The arrows can reach extremely high speeds, and cans or bottles, for example, can be shot through from a pretty impressive distance. So that's gonna do it for our video on some of the craziest and most intricate Lego masterpieces that can be found on the internet. Maybe Legos are just for kids. Don't forget to the comments personal. Let us know your favorite Lego back in 2007. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to TGR for new videos like this.